Good practices, and they're fun to be around, and good to be off the road recruiting. That was fun, getting out recruiting, but it's good to be back with the team.
You know, we haven't seen Jack Cohn much other than a handful of games. What have you seen from him since he first got on campus to where he is today?
Yeah, you know, Jack's really just coming up to finishing that first full year, and I think he's done a lot of things, you know, and you know, Jack really, he's purposeful. You know, I think when he comes to meetings, he truly works, you know, and wants to get better, and in practice he does. And I think that even like today, these are good for him. Just continuing to feel more comfortable with the offense, and you know, getting through different progressions. You know, you see him continue to grow, and I think it's because what he puts the time in. So I've liked it. It's been fun.
He's had more practice reps, obviously, than game reps, but
right.
Practice isn't the same as games. Where's he benefited most this year, do you think?
I think that there's always that, you know, if you can get through those first, you know, the first snap and first throw, and so I think that those have been beneficial, and yeah, clearly the bulk of his work has been in practice.
Well, you guys had the rare occurrence this year of having 3 offensive linemen earn All-American honors. How impressed have you been with what Michael, David, and Bo have provided for you this year?
Yeah, I think they've been, you know, obviously really important to this team, and certainly to the offense, and you know, they put the work in, and I think that this year, clearly, you know, there's a lot of guys getting awards, and in my opinion, deservedly so, but I think they come because of the success the team has too, and so I think those guys fit right into that. You know, I mean, on their own, they've done a ton to work and improve and be the best player they can be, and that's helped our team, and I think the team has helped them get those as well. And they you know, they've been good, and I think they all can still get better, which is fun.
Not to single Edwards up, but you kind of get a kick out of his path. I mean, high school quarterback, tight end, room to tackle. I don't think you guys really knew what he would do once he moved to tackle.
Yeah, every guy, you're appreciative of what they do to get there, and you know, certainly David's, you know, been a little bit different. Paul Gruber was like, you know, tight end, you know, and it's not a. Didn't think he was going to be a quarterback here. He's been
like you.
None of these guys. They're all much better. But you know, he worked at it, and that's the fun part. You know, he spent a ton of time, and there's so much technique and skill involved with the O-line. That any guy that does that, you're appreciative, and I think, you know, certainly Rudy's done a heck of a job, and I think it helps. You know, they go up against every day. That, you know, it's a good D line that we have. So they, you know, they really can grow. You know, and then, you know, I think the opportunity to go against Duels and Leon and Van Ginkel, it makes for good development.
How proud of Al are you, and why do you think he'll succeed this next?
Oh, I've always felt really fortunate to be around Al. When I came back, my first time I was coaching here, Al was a senior, and just to see how he approached the game, how he was with teammates, big fan of his. And then, you know, was excited. When we were out in Pittsburgh, he came out a couple times, and you know, knowing that he was running to get into this coaching, and you can't have enough good guys and good coaches in this profession, and you know, the opportunity to be able to spend with him and his family the last couple of years, he's big time, and so for him to get that opportunity, and he's excited about it, and you know, I had an opportunity to speak to some of the people down there, and when you can say and you feel great about this guy, is he will make your place better, and because certainly what he brings, but who he is, and pumped for him. Really excited for him.
Jack Cichy announced this week he was going to go to the NFL. Did you have talks with him throughout the season, and just what are your thoughts on him ultimately making that decision?
Well, you know, the time that I was able to spend with Cichy, you're grateful for. And he's ready for that next chapter in his life, and I think he's prepared. And you know, it has been hard. Selfishly, it's been hard watching him have to go through what he did at the end. But you know, I also told him the one thing is when he was playing, he never got cheated. You know, he was all and has been always all in, and you know what, he'll be successful.
Well, you guys have done a nice job turning people over, picks, forcing fumbles, and at Miami though does it as well. What have you seen from them, studying them, you know, in their secondary, what they've been able to do, and also forcing fumbles?
I think a lot of their, you know, their takeaways are kind of team defense takeaways. A lot of the picks, obviously the whoever's getting it is finishing that, but you know, there's pressure on the quarterback, and you know, they're playing fast and, you know, running to the ball. It's a good defense.
Is there anything that you've told the seniors just about trying to take in their final game and look around all the different events they get to go to and everything?
Not yet. I'm saving that.
When you guys get
they
there?
know. I mean, they've been around it, and I think that's one of the things that this group has done a really good job of. And you know, certainly we as coaches probably overkill everything, but we'll remind them, and you want them to do just what you said: enjoy it, appreciate it. You know, they've earned the right to be a part of this bowl, and we play against a really good team in Miami, and certainly we want to be ready and play our best football. But I think this group's capable of doing that and enjoying the experience. And you know, certainly for seniors, it's their last time together. You know, after that bowl, you know, a lot of them are graduating. They'll go through graduation next Sunday, and they'll go in different directions. So, but they're smart. They don't need me to tell them that, but we'll triple remind them.
You mentioned Jack Cohn before. Young guys get a lot of reps during bowl prep. How valuable in your experience is that for those guys? And I guess what have your plans been this particular bowl prep with how often those guys get to practice?
I think certainly we believe they're really important, and you know, you take a look at when can you do it, and we'll try to fit as many in as we can, and so that's where last weekend was really good for them. This weekend will be good, and then you know, at some point we'll start transitioning to where we're truly focusing in Miami prep, but we still got a few more shots at, and we'll make sure they're long.
I'm guessing you're overall pleased with your special teams this year, but I'm just curious, kickoff return, is that an area you're still searching for, whether it's a guy to return it or better blocking to help?
It's all, yeah, it's all of those, right? And you know, I think we've done a lot of good things in special teams. It's contributed to the success we've had, but absolutely, you can take every phase, but certainly that one's one that we feel like, you know, that's what's cool about this game. It's 11 guys, and you know, it's a long play. It's a ton of field, and you know, we're not the only ones. But you know, where you sit there and say, boy, if you one guy, right, and you just got to be able to put it together. And we got one more opportunity, you know, as far as game wise, to try to finish that thing the right way. We've had a couple spark plays, but not a ton.